All right, here's my try at walking you through Autumn Trance. So this one started off as a VCV only one. I had my main stuff hooked up in my last patch, so I needed to record that before I could build more on this. So we'll walk through what's happened in VCV Rack here at first, and then see what I have set up in my full part over here. Let me start my clock with this button. This sequencer right here is my main heart of what's happening in VCV Rack. This top line right here that we're moving through pretty quickly is sequencing Dexter, going through this quantizer that's shifting through a couple different chords using this sequential switch that's being fed a couple different voltages to change the scene between the different programs, or the different chords that I programmed in. So here's that first voice. Filter obviously being changed a little bit by the LFO here, and a bit of delay, I believe, on that one as well. And we get that voice that I can turn on and off by the gates using this button. So we still get, if there's anything extra happening or what like that, I muted it with the gates into it, a way that I tried to do that made a big difference for one of the other things that I used. So next up is my hi-hat and bass drum. Both are being run here by Tremor. The bass drum just from the clock divided by like 4 or something like that, or 8. And then the hi-hats are actually being controlled by the gates of this first line. So the pitches that went into Dexter are now the probability of the hi-hat going off, which is kind of a neat thing to mess around with. So, and then the same volt per octave things are also controlling 2 other pitches here, and we get this hi-hat going back and forth and changing a little bit interestingly. There's that guy. So, oops, wrong one. Then I have this bass line here, being controlled by this second line down here on my sequencer. This is coming from the even VCO here. Interesting stuff here happening with the filter and this space, I guess, thing. I found that over here. Sent some interesting... where'd that come from? Oh, right from the clock. If I just send that into here, I was like, oh, what's that do? And I like the sound of it, so there it is. That's that bass part. Next one's gonna be this guy. This is coming from these FM operators right here. Sequenced by this right here. The high end is going through a delay, and then that's getting mixed all back together with a little bit of white noise in the filter as well to get some interesting things happening. So, the bass part as well. And then we're back to our bass drum. Final one is this voice over here that is an LFO going through the same quantizer and then being sampled and held, but then also going back and forth between the ears, as well as the whole volume being controlled by this big 80 envelope that I can stop from being triggered here, and it will finish out its big cycle, but then not get kicked off again like it normally would every like 32 beats of the metronome or something. So there's all that that's coming in here. And then outside of the computer is where this main voice is happening. There's two voices happening. There's Plaits on resonator mode or whatever it's called, where it's the sounds like bells, and then the minibrute tuned to the same note. So I get that bell part right here and bring up some sliders, and I'm gonna have, and you'll hear also this vibrato that comes in, and that's actually being controlled by Maths. So my gate is triggering channel 4 of Maths here. That's got a really slow rise and a quick fall, and then that is the CV control of LFO2 controlling my frequency modulation, so I get that vibrato. So that's it overall. I'm doing some other interesting things in here, I think, but I didn't end up using them in the video, like white noise into the filter, and I had Maths tuned to, well, now it's out of tune because I didn't use it for the video, but Maths channel 1 tuned to a specific note, got it on an audible level here, and then tuned it just by using log or exponential. But yeah, so there it is, one of my more grand projects, but I really enjoy how it turned out, and I enjoyed kind of improvising with an instrument that's still modular over top of my looping modular stuff. It's a neat way to check it out. So let me know if you have any questions, or if you enjoyed it, or if you even made it to this point in the video, because I know these are both pretty long, but thanks for checking out.